morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. Well, that's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat, and I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Presented by HOTspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, the FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show. And I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand on your favorite streaming channels. It's Monday, November 4th, 2024. Tomorrow is Election Day, all right? Make sure that you vote. Vote if you haven't already. Early voting was last week. You should have gotten your butt out there to vote. But if not, because you like to feel it on Election Day, get your ass out there tomorrow and make sure that you vote. So let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed. You know who he is. You know him. You love him. He's Jamal L. Starks, and he is in the house. He is a model, spiritualist, wellness counselor, part of Queer Yoga Club Miami, and HIV activist with Impulse Group, and also sits on the Men of Color Advisory Board for Viv Healthcare. Let's not forget he walks as a sex siren because he can only walk as a sex siren because he is just that sexy. All right? I'm just saying. In the house of Gorgeous Gucci. You can also find him on Instagram at Porcelain. Welcome back, Jamal. Welcome back to my bed, boo.
Hey, boo.
How are you? Mwah. How are you doing?
I'm
Sexy
good.
butt. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yes.
How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was fun. We went out to Wicked Manners with Impulse.
It's
we
always
passed
fun.
out over 500 fentanyl tests.
Oh my
We did
God.
that the week before prior as well, due to a few community members who have transitioned. So we decided to take to the streets and pass out tests, pass out condoms, pass out lube. So we did that the first week, and then for Wicked Manners, we did that all night and dressed up and
I love that.
and had fun.
I love that. You know, I always enjoy, because it's just, I love Wicked Manners, right? Like, you know, and I grew up in Greenwich Village kind of Halloween, right? And that is like an elevated, amazing evening, right? Well, Wicked Manners is right up there with it because it's families, right? But it's also the craziest costumes that you could ever think. If it's going on in pop culture, the gays will bring it and make it into a costume.
Yeah.
I saw like 3 JD Vances with a couch attached. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. I saw Puff Daddy's freak party. Somebody was dressed as Puff Daddy, so it had like you know the lube, it had the oil, the different people on it. That shit was hysterical.
You know, my first major Halloween party as an adult was Greenwich Village.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this? This is amazing. Like, oh my God. And when I moved back home, I was like, damn, do we have that? And I went to Wicked Manor. And I was like, oh, y'all comes with it. The same way. Like, I never lost the momentum from New York. Like, they still come with it. And the costumes are, like, I love the creativity. We have a category in ballroom called Bizarre. So it's the same thing. You come in these crazy, unique, whatever you can think of, and you put it together in some cohesive theme or design, and they vote on it. It's like one of my favorite categories.
I love that because it really does help you explore the creative side of the person. It's not going to be, I'm going to be pretty, I'm going to be scary. It's got to be more outside the box.
Right. It has to be really, and
like
you can tell that it's well thought out.
Yeah.
That's the part that gets me. When you see these designs and you're like, you thought of this?
Oh my
and then you
God.
made it?
And then you put it together, you know? So you understand the vibe that I feel because that's Greenwich Village vibe. That is Wicked Manners vibe. The only thing is that, you know, for Greenwich Village Halloween, sometimes they get good weather, sometimes they don't. And so you got to cover it with a coat because you don't want to freeze your nalgas, you know? But here, it don't matter.
You can come out ass out, tits out. You can come out dressed up, covered up. Yes.
And what do you think about that? Because like you're always very body positive and you always tell people to be body positive about their bodies, you know? And Halloween seems to be that one day that it's like, F it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be tits out if I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or this is me today.
You know, I'm so attracted to people who are confident in their bodies. Like, that's one of the things that people are like, you have a type? And I'm like, I do, because I work on my body. So I'm romantically attracted to people who take care of their bodies the same way. But I'm still an admirer of people who are confident in whatever body shape it is. Like, I'm just like, you're wearing it. You're wearing it.
I love
You're
that.
wearing it. You are
that.
using it. You are doing the thing. Because I can see the light in that.
Yes,
you
and that's what I was going to say. As a spiritualist, you see that. There's something about, there's a swag that somebody has when they're confident, right? And it makes whatever attire they're wearing look even better, right? Like, I can't explain it. And you're like, work that shit. Like, you are working that. Okay.
I see you.
Okay, we see you.
I see you showing up in your authentic self.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, let's go. Let's talk shit. You ready?
All right, let's talk
All
shit.
right, let's do it. All right, so first, Laverne Cox. I love her. So she took a stand on The Daily Show for Spirit Day, a day promoting awareness of anti-LGBTQ bullying. Cox addressed how trans issues have become a political weapon this election season, especially with Republicans pushing anti-trans laws that only increase the risk of bullying and hate crimes against trans youth. In a sharp dig, Cox also called out North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, a Republican notorious for his extreme anti-queer views, who ironically once boasted about enjoying adult videos featuring trans actors. Yes, you heard me right. Let's take a look, okay? Laverne Cox mocks transphobic Republicans. What are we all talking about? I guess we don't have the video. We do? We don't? We do? We don't? Okay, I guess we don't have the video. All right. Well, Laverne Cox, I mean, come on. You know, when she speaks, people listen.
Yeah.
She's got that platform.
I really love her. And I love being able to, I guess, kind of grow up with her.
Oh.
Do we not remember when she was on the Diddy show?
Oh my
on
God.
the reality show?
Yes,
running
I
and the
forgot
broken
about that.
heels and
Yeah.
everything. I remember, girl. I remember.
I forgot.
But it's just seeing her from there to the tipping point, the Time magazine issue, to her now becoming a public figure.
Yes.
You know, a very
red carpets.
Yes.
Doing red carpets for like one of the biggest award shows ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And doing it flawlessly, like looking beautiful.
I just watched her on what's that new movie? Uglies?
Okay.
Ugly?
She was on that?
She's in there. She's one of the main characters.
Oh.
She does an amazing job. I didn't care for the storyline, but I liked her.
Well, you liked her.
I liked her. I liked her. I'm so here for all of the I'm here for the pushback. I'm here for us. I think I said this on Queer with Us one time, like maybe a year ago. I'm so here for when we start standing up and biting back. I'm so here for when we start really stop this whole like nitty picking and just stand up and say what needs to be said for ourselves.
Yeah,
you know?
But why do you think that we can't? Like, it's like one of those, I feel like I'm being colonized all over again sometimes when people speak up. Like, my head automatically goes down as a woman, right? When it comes, instead of like wanting to say, no, that's not right. You know, a part of me meekly makes myself small
again. And that's the pressure. That's the pressures of the beast. That's the pressures of the system. You know, that's the pressures of conditioning and all the things that we were conditioned to believe about ourselves, you know, that we're less than, that we're dehumanized, and it goes in layers based on, you know, what you have to fight against. But it's all about how you approach the beast, right?
It's all about how you approach the beast.
It's all about how you approach the beast.
And Laverne seems to be approaching that beast in such
head on.
Like a head on.
And caring for herself, because she looked good.
No, and she's looking better and better. I mean, I know money helps. I get it. But like, you could just see the evolution of her being so comfortable in her beautiful body and her beautiful self. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she always dressed great, but even the style has elevated.
Look at
like,
the hair.
You know, look at that hair.
Look at that hair.
I mean, and it looks flawless on her. Look at that purple she was wearing. Like, it's like, Look at that.
Yeah.
She's a goddess, you know. She's a
standing
freaking
in
star.
it. She's standing in it. She's wearing it.
She's wearing it. She's wearing it, like we were saying, you know. Like you can see somebody when they're wearing a garment or the garment's wearing them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I use a lot of refurbished clothes. I use I have a subscription to clothes, right? So I pay a certain amount. They send me 6 dresses every month, and then I send them back. You know, and so it's really about how you make yourself feel in that garment. Okay, because it's not your garment, right? So are you wearing a garment, or is the garment wearing you? And someone to that degree where she's always dressed up, always at places, and she just does it so flawlessly and but so unique at the same time. Like, I don't know.
And that's the thing that for her messaging, what young people need to see. On the Daily Show, on these, like, the representation matters, right?
Yeah.
Representation matters for young queer youth who are coming up. There's a whole slew of 18-year-olds that's voting for the first time. There's a whole slew of that generation who hear this rhetoric, who grow up with this rhetoric, who grow up with the bullying and the pressures of the beast, to see someone reflected back, Black, trans, and standing in their power against the system and speaking and voicing their concerns and standing up for them. That is the beauty of this whole story. Like, that is so beautiful, because I'm hosting I hosted a conversation with George M. Johnson, where he wrote his next book, Flamboyance, about the Harlem Renaissance and the queers of the Harlem Renaissance. And the beauty of that book was the way it was written in color was for younger people to recognize that their history is there. There are people like you. There were people like you, even in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. There were people just like you who were represented, who stood up against the beast, stood up in the system, stood up in their authentic selves, loved themselves enough to cause change and culture in the entire root of this entire America. And so that's the beauty of what's really going on here. And she will go down in a testament of being a flamboyant, you know?
Yep. I love it. Yeah, you keep working it, Miss Laverne. Next, Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan's Sweat Tour stopped in Los Angeles, and it brought a surprising twist. TikTok star Vinny Hacker, Troy Forever, the king of the twinks, invited Vinny on stage during One of Your Girls, giving him a cheeky lap dance that set the crowd on fire. Though fans were bummed about missing out on other guests like Kesha, Vinny certainly had fun, and so did the audience. Troye Sivan gives a TikTok influencer the best lap dance he ever had. What are we all talking about? You know Troye Sivan that is not his first lap dance, like for nothing.
I don't know these people.
Oh, you don't know Troye Sivan is?
I don't know these
Oh my God, I'm not going to sing you the song, but if you heard the song, you would know the song. They play it all the time everywhere.
And I don't know this TikTok influencer either.
Well, he's probably another white gay influencer that maybe you don't follow, right? You know, like maybe you don't. But okay. But
there's a lot of things that come through my feed.
You don't always have to. It doesn't always have to excite you or bring you something. Like, you know, like there's so much stuff in our feed.
No, but I mean, like, who are these?
Troye Sivan is a very, very, very popular, very gay singer.
Pop music?
Pop music.
Oh, okay.
Pop music. And he's really made a name for himself. He's sold out places. He was just here a couple months ago.
Really?
Trust, you will. And I'll play you the song after, and you'll be like, oh, I know who that kid is.
Okay. It's
you know?
one of those.
It's one of those. But again, why is it? It's like, I know this kid has done many lap dances before, right? And I thought it was cute that he brought up an influencer on the stage, and people like lost their minds videoing it and everything like that. I personally thought maybe they had maybe slipped into each other's DMs before.
They planned it.
You know, that's just my own personal thought. You know what I mean?
I would believe that this is like production. I would believe this is production. That's cute, because the TikTok influencer, is he cute?
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah.
Was that him on the thing, or was that Troy?
That's Troy.
That's Troy.
Well, he's covered right now.
That's
the influencer.
That's the influencer.
Yes, he's hot.
Oh, he's very
hot. Look at that body.
Okay, yeah. I would believe that this is a cute production. Okay.
Yeah, but I'd still watch them have sex though.
Oh, I would record.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Body,
yeah.
body,
He's
body,
really
body,
hot.
body,
And I love his
body,
tattoo
body, body.
placements.
Yeah, no, I like his tattoo placements too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch them have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, do you remember when Janet Jackson used to bring somebody up on stage during her concerts? And it was always like, oh, that's planned. But the person would act it out so good that you really were like, oh, maybe it wasn't planned this time.
I know one person that actually she brought up on stage and yeah.
And so, okay, so was it real or was it planned?
It wasn't planned.
But like maybe his friends knew or something. No. Okay, so then that goes back to my original thought. I thought maybe some are planned and some aren't. You know what I mean?
That this is planned because I know the Velvet Rope tour, it wasn't planned because I know specifically firsthand that it was just random.
Oh
and
my
he's like,
God.
oh, it was an amazing time for my life. But for this, I would think that would be planned.
Yeah, especially in this day and age,
influencer?
right? Yeah, in this day and age, how things are and how you need and you want that certain content.
Yeah.
Why mess with it? Why just like, hey, I want to do this,
you're
bring me on stage.
you're an influencer. You have pull.
Yeah.
I'm famous.
Yeah.
I have pull.
Yeah. Why don't you bring me on stage and let's have pull together?
Yeah.
Let's pull on each other.
I would do that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a much better story.
That's a beautiful energy
right?
exchange.
The energy exchange while you're humping him. Lap dance. That
Yeah.
was not a hump. That was lap dance.
We would like to record the energy exchange next time in a private setting.
Yes, please.
In a bathtub.
Yes, please. With candles and sound bowls.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. At the FayWhat show, we gotta help my gay boys, and in our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy in a lesbian's body to help my fellow gay boys. So this week, What's Wrong With Me from Miami sent us an email. Dear FayWhat, I have a friend who is the epitome of gay male beauty standards. Tall, fit, great smile, and he looks good in almost anything he wears. He's basically a 10 out of 10 on a hotness scale. But we've been friends for so long that I don't really see him that way anymore. Clearly, I'm the exception. However, because there's this certain energy that seems to follow him everywhere he goes. At first, I thought I was imagining it. But over time, it has become clear that when we go out to the gay bars and other spaces, he gets more attention and better treatment than me and my other friends. Sometimes he even gets discounts or free stuff, especially drinks from bartenders. I've also seen him get his chai latte on the house at the local coffee shop next to Hunter's because the barista thought he was cute. I've even seen him get upgraded to business class on a plane after he smiled at the gate agent. What the hell? I gotta hang with this guy. It just seems like everyone is nicer and friendlier to him, even though I wouldn't say his personality is any more fabulous than the rest of ours. He can actually be kind of boring sometimes. I never really thought it was a real thing, but is there really such a thing as pretty privilege in gay community? No one gives me free stuff. Okay. All right. Sign, no one gives me free stuff. Is it me in Miami? How do you answer this? Take this in, Jamal. Being one of those pretty people with privilege, answer this. Better yet, think before you answer this.
I am. I was thinking the whole time you were reading that. Okay, so it's not just the gay community. People socially are vapid.
You heard that?
People socially are vapid. When you are in public, people see what is presented, and pretty privilege is a thing just in the world in general. It's actually psychologically proven that people think that prettier people or more supposedly attractive people are actually more good. They are better people. They're better people.
Which is not true.
Which isn't true. That's not true.
I've dated some hotness that have been evil women. Evil!
And take it from a pretty motherfucker. Like, we are not all nice, kind, gentle beings.
Okay, but that's what you're perceived as because you look a certain way.
Yeah. And the whole boring thing that came in is because he doesn't have to have a natural personality. He just does these simple things that he knows to get
just
by.
Enough. He doesn't need to do a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do a lot. So he's learned that of himself, and he carries that with confidence. So that's his authentic self. Maybe his personality may be boring, but his authentic self is hot. This is how he's hot, and I can get through with this. Now, introspectively, getting to know him, he may not
have depth. He might not have.
Yeah, which is why you as a friend see him in a different light, because you see what's behind the curtain. You see what's behind the mask.
Yeah.
And so when you see things from behind the mask, you're like, oh, wow, you get to see the layers of how we in society, how we navigate society, how society is structured.
How society treats us.
How society treats us. You get to see those things. Just like for me, my skin color, first. Mm-hmm. My skin color is the first presentation that usually people see.
Yeah.
Wow. The first thing people usually say is, wow, you have gorgeous skin. Oh my God, what's your skin regimen? Oh my God. Oh, your skin. Mm-hmm. And it's because I take care of my skin. I don't even have to open my mouth, but people think that I'm a good person. I'm doing something so great for myself because they see my skin.
Yeah.
That's just the 3D reality of what we live in.
God, but it's so sad though. I mean, I love to see beautiful people. I mean, look, so I have a friend who, has lost a lot of weight, and she has really taught me about how bigger people are perceived, right? How bigger people are looked at, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm ashamed to say this, Jamal, that I never knew that, right? Mm-hmm. I've never been I'm tall, but I've never been a big person, right? So just different experiences that she's had going into different places and being treated a certain way, ordering different things, having to be fearful of her seat on a plane, being worried about certain chairs at certain establishments, right? I never thought about any of that. Wow. And I was like, man, I'm a shallow fucking person, right? But that wasn't that's not my world, right?
That's not your experience.
And then she led that into the pretty people privilege about just how people are just, like you said, automatically people are thought of as better people. They're clean and pretty, so they must be doing good work. Mind you, they kick their dog and they beat their person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Perception isn't always reality.
No, it's not.
And most of the time it's not,
Now, this is where I usually see the depth in folks. So if you are the gorgeous one out of your group, and
and you are, because there's always one.
Yeah, you're the gorgeous one out of your group, and you have other friends who aren't aesthetically as gorgeous and don't get upgraded to business class or get an extra free coffee. Like if I'm standing with my friend, so this is how I perceive friendship. This is how I am with friends. If I walk up to the counter and the barista is flirting with me, it's like, oh, I'll give you that latte on the house. Well, you getting my friend a latte too, boo-boo. Okay? You're getting all of us a free latte because this doesn't come as a one-show pony.
Yeah.
Now, that's what shows me narcissism and selfishness because people use certain things to but when you're navigating in a group, when you're moving as a unit, where are unit. Bitch, I came with you.
Yep.
You getting a latte too.
Exactly.
This one getting a latte too. These are all my friends right here. We all rocking with each other. So that might be also the vapidness of your friend.
Yeah. No, that's true too.
Speaking and coming through, because if he's this gorgeous person and he's getting all of this attention and things of that nature, then it should be overflowing. That means he has extra cups to overflow to other people in the room. And you, as a friend, you're supposed to come along with the perks.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense, and that's real. That's literally what you should go by, right? I mean, I don't know if I've ever been given the pretty person privilege, but I've been given the TV talk show privilege, right? When I get to a door and I'm allowed in, but I'm the first one to go. I got 3 people with me, right? No, and then it'll be like random 2 gay boys that aren't even with me, right? But I'm like, you with me now? You with me now? You know what I mean? So, pretty privilege. If you've got it, bring your friends along. At the end of the day, that's it. You know what I mean?
What we say about all privilege?
Yeah.
Like, all privilege doesn't mean you come with a bunch of guilt with it. It means you give access to the person that doesn't have it.
Yes, don't feel guilty about it.
Don't feel guilty about it. Just open up the door and be like, hey, I got a few more coming along with me.
Yes.
They don't look like me. They may not be me, but
they're
with me. so they're all coming along for the ride. Right? Our country would be better for it if people just thought like that.
Speak that louder. For real. For real.
And go out and vote.
And go out and vote. And go out and vote. And go out and vote. You heard it from us, all right? So keep those emails coming. If you've got something going on, send it over. We're here to help, okay? We're not therapists, but we've got lived experience, and we will tell you how it is. No lie, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. We're going to tell you.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered right there, all right? FayWhat at happeningout.com, all right? The FayWhat Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. HOTspots magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So what are you going to be doing this week, Jay?
Oh my God.
It's the beginning of November. Oh my God.
First of all, I'm going to be celebrating that Harris won.
Okay.
I'm going to... But I have a lot of things, so I have to prepare to fly out to Denver. Viv, in the beginning, my introduction, the Viv Healthcare Men of Color Advisory Board. We're meeting in Denver.
Oh, I love that.
And then I have another thing coming up in Orlando that I have to go to. Right after I fly back in, I change my suitcase and hit the train and roll out to Orlando. And then I believe Arizona for Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, I love that.
So preparing for the whole November to just be like... really
busy.
Traveling and busy, yeah.
Busy. Plus, you're also going to have a Wellness for Legacy Tuesdays, right?
I have 3 workshops.
I'm like, I know you're doing
3
something.
workshops. Oh, and I'm teaching this week yoga. So, yeah, the calendar has been very booked and busy. So, teaching yoga, the workshops, the Legacy Tuesdays, No Manor, flying out to Denver, Arizona, Orlando, a lot of things for the month of November.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love everything you do.
Thank you.
And then I'll have you back at the end of November because we got to talk about World AIDS Day coming up.
Yeah.
And, you and Viv Healthcare do so much. So I know.
World
then you come
AIDS
in.
Day.
He's already overwhelmed and it's like a month away. He's like, God, did you just mention World AIDS Day? It's in December. Don't worry, December 1st.
No, we're already preparing.
We're already there.
We bought out our house for a special thing.
I love our house. Athena, we're coming.
Yes, for a week.
Athena, you'll be with us for a week.
And Ricky Martin. Yeah.
Oh, I watched Paradise
Apple
TV.
No, what's his yeah. I don't remember the name of the show right now. Yeah. The sexy waiter.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Did
I'm
you
in
watch
love with
it?
the
Did
show.
you like it?
I love the show.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you saw it.
And they're coming out with season 2 soon.
Yes.
So I'm so happy.
And then you're also going to work with him on this. Like, how exciting is
Well,
that?
I get to go see him in concert.
Maybe you'll grab his butt. Maybe you'll be up close. Maybe he'll bring you up on stage to give you a lap dance like that influencer.
No, I want to be in his house and his pants and his money and all those things. Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I want to
I'm
be.
okay with him just giving me a lap
Yeah,
dance.
I'm okay with other arrangements that would bring me up in life.
He's like, I expect more than that. I don't want just a little lap dance in front of 50,000 people. Thank you.
I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in what goes on in private
I
areas.
love that. I just want him to shake his bonbon.
Yeah, me in the sacred room.
Ugh. Thank you, Jamal, for being in bed with me. I love you. Make sure that you please follow him on social media and find out everything that he's got going on. There's always so much going on, all right? So just make sure you follow him at Porcelain on all social media outlets and also Facebook, Jamal Starks. That new photo, those new photos you got,
Thank you, Theory and
make
Lisa.
you want to slap your mama. I'm just saying, if you're having like a night in and it's like that time when it's like self-care time, just go on Jamal's Facebook, okay? Just put a screen protector on your phone first. Bye, Jay. I love you. Before I move ahead, let me remind you that the Travel Club is planning Machu Picchu and Peru by train departing on September 17th, 2025. We're going to be broadcasting shows at Machu Picchu, Lima, and a whole lot more. Join us if you love to have fun. Here, take a look and find out more at happeningout.travel/FayWhat. At the FayWhat Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people who are important to our LGBTQ plus community. This morning, I present to you an interview with one such influential queer trailblazer. Here's Dennis Dean. Take a look. Hey everybody, so I'm super excited about my next guest, right? Alongside just being an incredible human, because he really is, he's an internationally known award-winning fine arts photographer, right? I get to say that I've got a friend who has a title like that. How dope is that? Let me say that again. Internationally known award-winning fine art photographer. Dennis Dean. Yes, and the executive director of Arts United. Dennis Dean is in the house and he is on the FayWhat Show. Dennis!
Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
Pleasure. You're the best.
You're the best. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for making the time because I know you're busy.
My pleasure.
You are busy.
Yes.
How long have you been in South Florida now, Dennis?
1995. I moved. I actually was running, I got a job running the Fort Lauderdale Players.
Yes, the theater company.
Yep.
Wow. So I met you for the first time. Do you remember when you and me met for the first time? You meet so many people. It's okay. You can just say no.
Wow. Well, I know that we did a shoot, but I know we met before that.
Okay, so I was going to mention that shoot, okay?
Yeah.
So I met you for the first, my first time having a full-blown conversation with you, right, was when we were doing the sex cover for HOTspots magazine.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. And that was back in 2021. And since then, I have been blessed to work with you on a few other occasions.
Yes.
One including, you know, of course, the sex issue for HOTspots magazine. That was my very first picture ever taken after my double mastectomy that you didn't know about, right? Until we met that day.
Right.
And then, you know, and then after we were able to work together on the piece for the cancer awareness, the breast cancer awareness exhibition that you did last year. You have such an incredible eye. eyes. You have incredible eyes. And I was able to like kind of be in the middle of that process, right? When I was the person, on the other side of your lens. I know it's a hard question, but how does that process go for you? How does that work? Like, do you say, okay, I have a vision and then this is what I'm going to do and you do it? Do you have a dream in the middle of the night? Do you get inspired by a storefront? Like how does that happen?
Wow. Okay. I do have, inspiration, like it's around this. But for that particular project, for the cancer, awareness month that we were featuring, it was kind of special because my sister had passed away, and I wanted to do an image kind of in her memory. And so I thought, let's get the ribbon. So then I thought, you're so glamorous. I wanted to make it like a old Hollywood, but yet tell the story. And so we actually called the piece Wrapped in String.
Yes.
And can I just tell you?
Yeah.
I have, it's actually huge that we...
It's huge. It takes up like a whole entire wall,
but I have it here for you, just a small version.
Oh my God!
So
How
that is
cute!
just so you can put it,
Oh my God, yes, I will put it. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. You make me look good.
Well,
oh my God, I love that, Dennis.
but
Thank you so much.
We have the big version on in the gallery. And
yes,
it's still there. So throughout the month of October, because it is breast cancer awareness month.
Of course,
so, yeah.
of course. And you mentioned losing your sister. That had to be so difficult. Like I'm constantly screaming about. Aside from voting, make sure you vote. I'm screaming about getting yourself screened for cancer. Especially when you have it and you have a history in your family. And I scream about breast cancer, but I'm always around gay boys, right? So gay boys don't think that it affects them.
And it does, because we just did a big thing this past Saturday. Men Wear Peak. It's an organization, and just putting that more awareness to the guys, because Beyonce's father just
oh wow, that's a good name to use right there.
Yeah, he got diagnosed.
But it happens. It happens, and a lot of boys don't think that it affects them. But if you've got a sister, a mom, a friend, your favorite lesbian, it affects you. Yeah, it does. And so I was taken aback because you're a dude, and most of the time men don't give that spotlight for something like that. But you're kind of different, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, let's talk about the arts. Okay, especially visual, and performing arts that flows through your veins, basically.
Yeah, yes. When I was very young, I picked up a camera. I thought, I want to make the boys smile back at me. Yes. This is a perfect way to do it. Get a camera. And so sure enough, it worked. And I think it's still working now. I hope.
Well, and so, okay, so at that young age, you were a teenager, right? When you picked up this camera and you're like, wow, it's a different world when you look at the lens of a camera, right? It's kind of like you and that subject, but for whatever reason, that subject can't harm you, can't touch you, can't make you feel insecure because you are in that little thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you know you were gay then?
Oh my God, yes. Totally.
You said that so quickly. You're like, oh my God, it's so new. Yes. And that could have been, and like you said, you used that camera and your talent as a tool. There is okay, I know there's exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, if you tell a gay boy, let me take your picture, a gay boy stops and allows you to take their picture. I mean, it gets no better than that, right?
I will say it's very fortunate because here in South Florida, we like to, show our bodies because the weather is, great. And, you want to go out and wear shorts and take off your shirt. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been very fortunate shooting amazing men, and we captured the moments. Making it art.
Making it art. Making it art. Art is such a huge culture, theater, right? That's all like so ingrained in our community and gay community. but we're also very insecure, you know, and we do love to see a beautiful body.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of us say, oh, that'll never be me. That'll never be me in on that picture. And I've seen you do a lot of very inclusive pictures where it's not, yes, we have beautiful specimens of body here. Thank you, boys. But we also have the rest of us, right?
And I love photographing, you know, all types. And I remember photographing you when it was like we were doing this, you know, we wanted to be nude, naked, and had the ribbon around you. And it was kind of like you're, you know, I wanted to make sure you're comfortable. So that was key. And I think after that, you felt like free to just be, you know.
I almost felt like I was floating after that, you know, because, you know, let me paint the picture again. Like Dennis said, it was this big, huge pink ribbon, right? And I tried to be discreet, demure, mindful, right? And I got like a bodysuit of some sort to wear, right? So I don't just show my vag to the world there, right? And it didn't work. Like you could see the lines of the thing, right? And it's my best friend, Michelle, and Dennis and me. There was nobody else in the whole place. So whatever we did had to be done between us three, you know? And the insecurity left me. Like I walked in there going, why did Dennis choose me? I don't want to do this shit. I have scars. I have, you know, mastectomy scars. I have inner scars. I haven't really looked at my body in the mirror like without going, oh my God, that's what I look like now. And this man wants to freaking have me naked with a pink ribbon. Like what am I thinking? You know, but you made the space so safe.
Thank you. Yes.
You know?
Yeah. That's important.
I know it is key. You know it's key, but I don't know it's key.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they tell you that when you're scared of something, you should face it, you know, head on. And that was why I was like, I'm doing it regardless, you know? And also, I just like, I love just your talent, your vision, that I would be dumb to say no, you know? But I can't tell you that it was easy, you know? But you made it a safe space. And I know you must do that for all other models and everything,
That's
you know?
right. Yeah, you know, I will tell you a story. I met Andy Warhol, which I'm wearing here. And I met him back in when I was doing theater. And up in New York, he saw our show, and he came twice, actually. And he gave us a party because he loved the show. It was a really bad show, but he
Was it really? So it wasn't, to you, it wasn't one of your best, but okay.
No. But the best part was
He
him
liked
being
it.
there. Yeah. So he gave us a party at the Palladium.
Oh my God, the Palladium. I got in there with a fake ID.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that was, back in the day. And I met him, and I had some, 15 minutes. My 15 minutes, like I said,
Of fame.
Of famous, world famous. So I had it with him, and I said, oh my God, I love your magazine, the interview magazine. And it was like, back then it's big, huge. And I said, oh, I want to be in that magazine, because as a young photographer and seeing those big black and white images of all these beautiful, people. So I had this chance to talk to him and ask him, hey, inspire me, tell me, give me some advice. And he told me, he said, don't take pictures, make photographs. And always leave your viewers like wanting more. So I feel like I'm, over the years, I'm making photographs, just like here I made that photograph. Not just take a picture, but you make it. When you're making it, it's all about lighting and the location, the look.
I love that. So it's so it's basically like, it's not taking a picture, it's like making a moment, right?
Yeah,
like just
of course.
encapsulating a moment.
That's
I mean, but those are huge words from freaking Andy Warhol, you know what I mean? And then when he died, you were like, oh man, like at least I got to talk to him, right? Is that what
I remember I was a little hot mess because I was drinking, and it was a party.
of course.
So, but I remember that was so profound what he said,
Oh.
and then I just said, that's what I'm gonna do. And so, inspiration from Herb Ritz. I got to work with him when he was here doing his like amazing exhibition at Fort Lauderdale Museum. and just seeing his images of celebrities like huge, and that's kind of like where I got this, seeing your image huge and seeing it kind of like the old Hollywood, kind of getting that from her Brits, inspired from him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love, and so obviously you are, it's incredible because most artists have like, oh, I'm inspired by Andy Warhol, but then they don't have that second part where, and when I spoke to him, he told me this, you know, like that's such a beautiful blessing, right?
Fortunate, so fortunate.
I think you keep him, don't you keep like a picture of him in your bathroom, in the bathroom over at the gallery?
Well, it's my friend Dolly, she photographed that moment when we met, and so it's just a photo, and I thought, well, let's just...
It's in the bathroom.
It's in, well, yeah.
I mean, but it's not, you know, it's in the bathroom in a beautiful spot, you know?
But yeah, it's so funny now. Everyone comes up and says, "Oh my God, you look like somebody."
I was gonna tell you that.
You said, "Oh my God, you look like, who is it?" I go, "Is that Andy Warhol?" He said, "Oh my God, yes." So it's so funny that I, had met him.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not really going for that look as I get older, but I mean, hey.
No, it is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is. I mean, somebody looking like you is kind of cool, I mean, but you didn't do it on purpose.
No, I mean, I welcome it.
Have you also met your other doppelganger that lives in Wilton?
Who?
His name is Eddie. You've got to have met him.
Eddie. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Eddie, yes. Eddie, I love that.
You know who I'm talking about, right? So Eddie works for Avi also.
Yes,
and
I know.
I see it, but I don't see it. You understand? Like, maybe because I know both of you, but like.
Yeah. He tells me all these stories. They go like, "Oh my God, I love your photograph." He's out and about. And, "Hey, Dennis, come over here and we'll get you in." And so I said, "Yeah, take advantage of it. If people think you're me, then if it's gonna get you somewhere, do it." So, but yeah, I love
oh my God! So
there
we put a picture on so you could see, folks, that I'm not lying. And like, just people, if you look 2 times, you would notice that they are two completely different people. They might have the same haircut on a Tuesday when they both have the part, but that's it, right? Like, how funny is that?
Yeah, it looks.
That's hysterical.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, he's awesome. You're awesome. I love that. So you were telling me how you had come down here initially to run a theater company that no longer exists, unfortunately, right? They were the Fort Lauderdale Players, I believe.
Right.
That's why they were, right? What is your favorite musical of all time?
A musical? Well, I was in a musical when I first started. It was My Fair Lady.
Okay.
And then we did Peter Pan, and I played an Indian, and then I played the crocodile.
Okay.
So I was an Indian inside the crocodile because you had there was no time to do like a scene
change,
costume change. So they put me in, and I had to crawl across the stage, go like this, and the audience went wild. So that was my first professional experience doing those 2 musicals.
Okay, but what is your favorite musical, as in to watch?
To watch. I mean, nowadays I love Les Mis, and I love Les
Mis.
I love Wicked.
Me too.
Wicked. I can't
Me
wait
too.
to see the
Are you
film.
excited to see the film?
Yes.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I already got my tickets to opening night. I'm that gay.
Yeah.
So you came down here to do that, and then the funding for the Fort Lauderdale Players, unfortunately,
Yeah, I think it
was lost.
because we were part of the city, and then so those funds went to the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. So then my hobby, photography, I thought, well, now's the time to make it a career. So then I started working for these publications, David, 411, there was
HOTspots, yeah.
So yeah, I got to work with some great publishers, and then I wanted to learn how to put not just photograph, but how to put like a layout. How do I do the graphics? So I started doing that, and then I became the art director, creative director, graphic designer. So it was kind of fun.
I
to
love
see
that. Hands-on,
Yes,
you learning this.
I love it.
And so then you ended up over at the HOTspots Happening Out gallery with Dennis Dean.
Right.
That now it's the Arts United gallery, which congratulations on that. Like, oh my goodness,
excited. It's awesome.
Tell me how that change came.
Yeah, well, I've been part of Arts United. It's a nonprofit arts organization, 501c3, and then for 24 years. So.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that long. Holy crap.
It's our 25th year now. And so I've been, volunteer and artist, a part of that. And then when Jeffrey from HOTspots came to me and said, hey, I want to have an art gallery. And I want it to be, HOTspots happening out with Dennis Dean. I go, oh my gosh, that's cool. And then so we had it in our Oakland Park, that location for a year. And then I said, I want to bring in the artists from Arts United because, we have 200 members. They're local, they're amazing, it's a variety of talents. So then we did have many shows showcasing talents. So then we moved over to Dixie for another year and still used the Arts United, the artists. And then we'd bring in, we'd do an artist showcase. We'd do like singers, dancers. We do book signings for authors.
I love that. You and JB would be running around like chickens with your heads cut off come exhibition day, you know?
Yes.
But beautiful
It was
events
fun.
that you put together. And then from there, then it went over to become Arts United.
Arts United, yeah. We just kind of switched. They're our sponsor, along with the Wharton Foundation and the Our Fund Foundation. So, yeah, we're just excited that now it's the Arts United Gallery. So
Congratulations on
Yeah.
that. And, I love Our Fund and David Jobin and everything that they
Love
do
David.
over there,
Yes.
especially, when we lost all that money
Oh, David.
in Broward County
Yeah.
for theater and for culture. David Jobin and Our Fund were the first ones to say, no, okay, we'll figure it out. We're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to move this around. Who was affected? Let's try to get them some funding.
Awesome.
It was some scary shit, though. Dennis, that's our bread and butter, our
Yes.
starving artists, our artists who aren't starving,
That's true.
That's it, Let me tell you what I loved about the gallery, past and present, right? Were the different themes, the different kinds of LGBTQ plus artists and our allies that were spotlighted because it wasn't just LGBTQ. And I really appreciated that
Right.
because we can't do shit without our allies.
I agree.
That's the truth,
We love that.
And there's always going to be people in our community that'll say, oh, but why? They have all their spaces. We need them in our spaces also.
agree.
And you always did that in such a beautiful way with such grace. And we were always able to meet new artists, new artists that had just moved to town. I would try to make it a point to talk to every artist that was spotlighted because they all had such wonderful energy that they brought. Plus, they were excited. They were more excited to be part of the show than someone maybe buying their piece. They were just so happy to be there. And I would come across people that were like, oh, yeah, I just moved here the other day. And I met this person who knows Dennis, and they brought me to Dennis, and we had one conversation, and here's my pieces,
That's what I love about having, the space, the opportunity to showcase.
Yes.
I will tell you, I just, at this past Saturday, we did the Men Wear Pink fashion show. And then it was over. Then there's a couple of guys I didn't really know, but I got to know. But I said, hey, do you sing, dance, or act? And oh my God, he started singing this
Right there.
operatic song and just blew me away. And there's some other people in the audience. And so I said, when are you available? We got to have you back. So he's coming back on November 16th to sing that song. So you had to come to the gallery.
Oh, my God, for
November
sure.
16th, Arts United Gallery,
What
7 to 10.
What is the next exhibition name?
Yeah, it's going to be, we've never done this, it's photography, so catch the moment.
Ooh,
So
I
it's
love
all
that.
Photographers, so it's going to open Saturday.
I love that. So it's going to open. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Arts United, right?
Yeah.
Some more. I did a few events, sponsored by many events sponsored by Arts United. But recently, with the big changes over there and, the Arts United gallery now being the Arts United Gallery, you being appointed executive director, you've been on there for 24 years, now with new old blood because you're new blood in that position, right?
Yeah.
But you've been there, so you've seen how the last 20 plus years have gone, right? What can we expect from Arts United in the future that's different from the past 2 decades?
Well, I mean, a lot of the same, but yet we're going to go to the next level. But I will say we're starting these programs. You had just mentioned starving artists, so we're starting a program called SAFE. So starving artists finding exposure safe. So
I love that.
Our goal is for the starving artists to be seasoned artists that found exposure.
Oh.
So, and then the next program is the YES group. It's the young executive supporters that will help fund the SAFE program.
Oh my God,
So
I
yeah,
love that.
I've met so many amazing talent. So we're going to build a stage in the back so we can really have our artist showcase.
Oh, that's a
that we
great
have.
idea because that backspace is perfect
It's
for it.
awesome, and we're gonna have like dancers, singers, really give them the spotlight
Yeah,
and
yeah.
make that kind of an experience. Like, wow, this is
I love that.
amazing.
Let me tell you something else that I love about that little area has become such a art gallery
Yeah.
kind of area. And now it's called, I'm
Dixie.
sorry, it's called something
Well,
district, right? They want to call it the Arts District,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The Arts United Gallery with Denistine is right there on Dixie Highway, right? On the same side as Union Kitchen is, right? But if you cross the street, there's other galleries there. And the beautiful thing about these galleries is that they tell you to go to each other's galleries.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well,
who does that,
No,
Dennis?
Well, they're part of Arts United. They're members, and we're also started Wilton Manor's Art District. So the district we're going to be doing events, and it's just going to get even more of the galleries in Wilton Manor.
That's so cool.
So yeah,
That's
stay
so
tuned.
cool because just like there's starving artists, there's people who are starving to see this wonderful talent
Yeah,
that's
I-
out
I
there,
agree.
you know?
I agree.
You've got something coming up in December too. December's Dirty Santa or something like that.
Dirty
All I remember was dirty. I was like, oh, Dennis is
Dirty.
gonna get dirty.
Look out. We're excited about it. It's going to be a fundraiser on Giving Tuesday, and that's going to be the December 3rd, Tuesday. That'll be at our gallery, Arts United, and our Dirty Santa is going to be Carlos from Myth Castrovar.
Oh, have you
Yes.
seen Carlos? Oh God,
Yeah.
Carlos is ridiculously hot. Like, yeah,
But he's-
yeah, him and Javier are just
Yeah.
like, they look like Adonises with a tan.
There you go. There you go. And there I am shooting him. So he's,
So he's the Dirty Santa.
he's dirty.
I love it.
Dirty.
I love. Okay,
naughty.
well now you're getting me excited. Okay, so Arts United is bringing all these incredible things.
Yeah.
That's like I remember Arts United for sponsoring events, having an
Yes.
event here and there, but not this. Not this elaborate, where I'm gonna do, and you're also partnered with Sunshine Cathedral.
Yes, we are. Yes, I'm glad you segued to that because I was going to bring that up. We're doing 3 performing arts, like a series. We're doing 3 shows right here. The first is our one singular sensation. So for all
Like
your
Chorus Line,
Broadway, lovers of the tunes.
all of us.
Yes. So
Well, not all of us.
you
My
can
wife hates
sing,
show tunes.
Come and sing along because there could be shows that we all know and we'll want to sing.
Okay, so you're
telling
telling me that you're gonna do like a sing along kind of at Sunshine Cathedral with a bunch of Broadway numbers that we
Songs.
know and love.
Yes, that'll be January 8th.
And who's gonna sing them?
Well, we have Christopher Calhoun.
Okay.
And then Jamie Maddox.
Oh, wow.
Those are the
Yes,
stars.
you give those 2 people and
They're
a
amazing.
piano, they're done. Like it'll be like incredible.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so
amazing.
and that's gonna be when?
That's January 18th.
Okay, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's
This week is
coming.
almost done.
I know.
This month, this
my
week,
gosh.
this year is almost done already. See,
And then in February 22nd, it's of course the Love Month.
oh, Valentine's Day.
Yes, so we're calling it Love Fest. We're gonna have our girl. She's Natalie Tyler. She's an amazing.
She's a comedian. She's
Yeah.
hysterical.
She's
Oh my God,
fun.
she is so
She'll tell
funny.
some stories about love, and then we'll have some singers and dancers singing like love tunes, and it's gonna be a love fest.
I love that. I
And
love that.
then we are, oh my God, excited in March. So March is the International Women's Month. So I wanted to come up with a show, and that's going to be March 15th. So I thought, who could we get to be the star of this show? Da-da! So it's going to be called Sheroes Among Us.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's going to be like, wow, a great show.
Listen, I'm super excited to work with you again, to work with Arts United again, to be able to put on a show reflecting and spotlighting women, right, in our community. Like, come on, it doesn't get no better than that. And to do it at the stage, on that beautiful stage at Sunshine Cathedral, it's going to be incredible.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know, so that's March 15th. Mark your calendars. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'll figure it out from now to then. And Luna will help. Maybe we'll have maybe we'll have dogs join us or something,
Hey, why
right?
not?
Right, Miss Luna? I'm
love
so
Luna.
tired because I just had my treats with Dennis. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So Dennis, so here at the FayWhat Show, we play a little game so our viewers can learn more about our interviewee. Okay, so it's a quick lightning round, and I'll just tell you two things, and you will answer real quick. Like if I say dogs or cats, you're gonna say
Dogs.
Of course, you're gonna say dogs, especially in front of Luna. She gets mad. Otherwise, you can't. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Do you watch TV?
I love it.
Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, okay, great. All right, here we go. The View or Abbott Elementary?
I like them both, but Abbott.
Okay.
I do like Abbott.
I love me some Abbott,
I
boy.
do,
Let me tell you.
yeah, that's fun.
Okay, pasta or rice?
Oh, I had them both just recently, but pasta. Pasta. I love them both. Jeez.
French fries or tater tots?
Tater tots.
Hugging hello or shaking hands?
Oh, hugging. I'm a hugger.
Peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese?
Peanut butter, jelly,
Grinder or scruff?
grinder, scrub, grinder.
Posting what you eat or posting pictures about your pet?
My pet, of course.
Okay, traveling light or overpacking?
Wow, light. That's right.
Sports fan or you watch the Super Bowl for the commercials?
I'm a sports fan. Shocking. I know. I used to play football. I know that's shocking, but I did.
Wow,
Back
look
in
at
the day.
you.
I know that's shocking.
Like you would like get a towel and
I
like
would
like snap
catch
others'
that
butts.
ball. I was tight end.
Yeah, I bet you were the tight end. Dennis Dean was the tight end. Take that and run with it. All right. Roses or orchids?
Roses. Well, orchids. It's got to be orchids. Yeah.
Taylor Swift or Beyonce?
I like Beyonce.
Bingo or chess?
Bingo.
What is your favorite dessert?
Dessert. I like anything that is like a pumpkin pie kind of thing.
Well, this is the perfect time for a kid. They have
know.
pumpkin everything right now. Like, you know they have pumpkin toothpaste right now?
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it don't taste right. Okay, I might have tried it. It is what it is. It's on Amazon. Go look for it, all right?
Okay.
I'm just saying. Dennis Dean, please look into that camera and give them your best FayWhat?
FayWhat?
Oh, my God. I love that. That was theatrical. That was meaningful. That was from right here. Did you
Yes,
feel that?
I felt it.
I'm going to try it. FayWhat? Dennis Dean, thank you so much. Dennis Dean and Arts United Gallery. Follow them on all social media outlets. They're on Facebook. They are on Instagram. They are on X. They are on everything. LinkedIn. You name it. They have it, right?
Yes.
Follow Dennis Dean and go to the events and make sure that you mark your calendars for all the incredible events that Arts United will be bringing to Sunshine Cathedral right here, and one of them being one with yours truly on March 15th. So look out for that, all right? Follow Dennis Dean on all social media outlets. You will not be mad about it because he's got so much stuff going on. Dennis Dean, thank you for being you. Thank you for being an incredible part of our community.
Oh, wow,
thank you for bringing me safety and balance at a moment that I didn't really know was possible.
Pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, my God. You're amazing.
You're
friend,
amazing.
Good friend.
I adore you.
Right
Thank
back
you.
at you.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. I got to say thank you to Jamal Starks for being in bed with me. He's such a sweetie.
Go vote!
And go vote, he says. Go vote, all right? And, you know, just like Jamal said, go vote. Here's my shirt. Go vote, okay? Tomorrow is the big day, right? This is the election that supposedly changes our lives, and the energy sure makes me feel that it is, right? Please go vote. If you haven't already, please go vote, okay? And take 6 of your friends with you, all right? Latinos out there, I'm going to take a moment and just talk to you folks. You know, Trump thinks that we're all Mexican, right? Okay, I hope you know that when you go put in your vote. Venezuelans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, I'm talking to you, right? I'm talking to my brown Haitian families too. I mean, there is no one that they don't talk crap about. And when I see Latinos going out there for Trump, it breaks my heart because he really does not know who you are and would deport you back to your country in a second. And those are his plans. If he is put into office, he's got a lot of plans for black and brown. He's got a lot of plans for LGBTQ+. And let me just tell you that none of his plans are good. Go look up Project 2025. He says that he has nothing to do with it. Well, all his minions wrote the damn thing, all right? And in the Spanish culture, we have a saying that it says, all right, I'll tell you who you are if you show me who that person is hanging out with. These are the people that he has around him, are horrible people. And the people who have gotten away from him, people that he appointed himself when he was president, now have the stark understanding of seeing how unfit of a president he was then and how he would be unfit to be president again. Do your research, not just because FayWhat is telling you to vote for Kamala, but because you're a good human and because I don't want you to regret your vote a week after Election Day, because I promise that you will if you do vote for Trump. Just my opinion. That is not the opinion of Happening Out Television Network or any of our subsidiaries, but it is my opinion for sure. Get out there and vote. Make tomorrow count. Do not sleep with anybody who has not voted. I'm telling you, all right? It does make a difference, and we will be back together next week. You know, I'm really passionate about trying to unite the L and the G in our LGBTQ+ community. I'm passionate about uniting all the letters, right? Because it's often hard for us girls. But if we believe that we're one strong community, then we got to support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ+ community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity because it really is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. Follow FayWhat. And since you're always on the go, you can listen to The FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcast app. Just search The FayWhat Show. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay. Go vote.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show.